Yeah.
Hey kids, we're live at the Secret Stash with Mike, Julia, and Christian. It's the Hella Bash. Tune in and check out the podcast. We got the nerd button on repeat, and we're gonna smash. Come on in, I assure you that we're open shoe polish on our signs, cause our locks are always broken. You need that view askew? You know we got you, dude. Showing gratitude and always smiling, never rude. Top 5 movie reviews and what's new. We bring in all the big guns when we coming through. Welcome to the stage. Come on, enjoy the taste. Hurry up, don't come and last. You know we love it, the Secret Stash.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Live from the Secret Stash. I am one of, 4 people of the show today.
5 people.
5 people. Jack's just off to the side of the camera.
Jack's
I'm
off
Christian
camera.
Cordes, joined always by...
I'm Michael Zapsik, and you heard from Jack over there. There you go. Yo, what up? Yeah, that's what he said. And we're doing. I'm gonna let Christian because this was. I got a call yesterday. Like, can I set it up?
Yeah.
I got a call yesterday, and Christian's like, Mike, can we have a guest on tomorrow? It's like he's asking me if he can have a friend over for dinner. And I was like,
He's gonna bring the goods, I promise.
All right.
He's a good
I
dude.
thought we're still going to your house right now after this for dinner.
No, that was never part of it. I'm exactly. You know what? I have Italian beef that we could make, so maybe we'll see. We'll talk about that. Yeah,
Mike is literally one of the best
pork
cooks.
chops. I never said pork chops.
Mike is literally one of the best cooks that you could ever know. But guys, I just want to introduce you. This is Alejandro Marin, and he is literally one of my favorite filmmakers, like indie filmmakers working. And I now also have the honor of calling him my friend, and it's a wonderful thing. I've been a fan of yours, just to give people a little bit of context, just to give the start. Since the TV show Rebel Without a Crew, if you want to explain that to the people out there about how that came about. We'll go down the list of awesomeness, and then we'll get to the unexpected.
Oh, of course. But next to me is.
Do we have enough time?
Yeah, we have
the
enough
list
time.
of awesomeness?
Oh, yeah, because then the show would be like 10 seconds.
Because then here's the thing. We not only have one Alejandro, but we have 2 of them. Both who just worked on the Unexpecteds, one being one of the stars of the movie. I'm honestly geeking out, guys, because I love this flick. So
I'm watching him, and it's like, nerding out. That's
yes, I am nerding out, Mike. Enjoy it.
Oh, you kidding? I love when you nerd out. It's great.
This is going to be awesome. So
I love that.
Tell the people, because I know that you're also a massive Kevin Smith fan. So this is your first time at Jay and Silent Bob's Secret Stash.
It is.
Are you just kind of taking it all in? Like, how's it feel to be in here, man?
Dude, I'm sweating because we haven't stopped since like 6 a.m. Like we've been going. But every time I've been here twice, I love the scenery. I love the colors of the leaves, man. There's like 6 different colors, and you can't help get wrapped up with the nostalgia that all of Kevin's movies has. I mean, I like I was telling you right before I walked in, I used to wash my dad's cars for an allowance every Sunday, so I could pay pay-per-view and watch Clerks, Reservoir, Pulp Fiction, and Mariachi
on repeat. Just as like that was your. I mean, aside from actual film school, that was the film school. Just watching those movies.
Until I found out you could record pay-per-view, but it took me a bit. I don't know.
Dad was eventually like, you don't have to waste all the money on this. Maybe you could put a little bit towards some other art projects, but we'll figure that out later.
Oh yeah, no. Well, he would give me $5, and I would use $3.99 for the movie, and then the rest was Doritos
candy
and a soda.
Yeah. So you come home and you're like, all right, nobody disturb me. I'm watching everything right now. Okay.
You're sequestered.
Exactly. I'm sequestered right now.
Air conditioner's super cold. It's dark. You lower the curtains. Yeah, it's great.
Popcorn, candy. It's all good time.
Popcorn, man. I love popcorn.
Oh my God. Movie theater popcorn. You have to do it right. And that's one of the things I love about Smodcastle is that the movie theater popcorn's actually great.
So I was telling him about the whole story of buying in the movie theater and things, and how he has been very verbal about how hard it is to get people into the theaters, and
it's
someone with that power, you know.
They're in the business. They're more in the business of candy distribution, because film is literally, it's so difficult. At least film distribution in its current state and form, which is why it's awesome when movies like yours come along that it's like, oh, this could eventually or help shake things up, because it's not only fun and engaging, but it gives people a time, like it makes people want to go to the movies to see these kind of movies. And I'm sorry, I'm just nerding out big time, and I don't mean to be.
Well, there's going to be a mutual nerd out makeout sesh, because this is the reason.
Hold on, guys. Wait a second here.
Mike, get out of the way.
Yeah, I think I'm in the wrong chair then. So,
no, I smoked a cigarette before I came in. That's why I'm coughing. That's the reason why we do it. To have someone appreciate your art. Not only that, like someone, dude, you know how many people wish they could be you, where you work, what you do, what you guys do, and you're using the power for good. That's great.
As opposed
mostly.
to evil.
I mean, mostly.
Yeah,
as opposed
exactly.
to keep it
Some
vague.
evil.
So a little bit of evil
Some
here
evil,
and there.
but yes.
So thank you.
Mostly when it comes to talking shit about people who making really dumb decisions in Hollywood, then we become rude and
Yes,
nasty.
those
Then we
not you
become
guys.
not you guys.
You guys
Thank
aren't
you.
in
Thank
Hollywood.
you.
You ain't suits, and that's
You
we
ain't
love
suits.
No,
We're good. We're all right.
I told you not to wear a suit.
damn it.
that. Well, it's just the heat.
It is a little.
And
It's
yes,
all good.
You came at the weirdest time of the year, because you're expecting New Jersey to be cold right now, and it's
what I
like
said.
90 degrees outside.
It's so hot. And
you're like,
I'm
holy
sweating.
crap, what the hell's going on?
No, it's been weird with that weather. It's like, oh my god, I'm expecting to be cold. I can get the long coat out. I'm like, my weather. I feel good.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's still summer.
Yeah.
Why is it still summer?
Because there's no global warming, they say.
Oh,
Well, we used to have, they used to call
we
it
used to
Indian
have
summer.
seasons.
Yeah, no, they used to call it an Indian summer. It only happened like once every 5 years. Now it's like once every 3 years. So
Oh, my
Yeah.
God.
There it is.
yeah, I'm sorry, Native American summers.
I mean, it's changing. Like the ratio and the time is changing. That it's
Yes.
like clearly there's evidence. You know, right?
No, listen. We're living through it, but it's also just like I kind of enjoy it. I also kind of don't. I personally love getting into the fall attire. Like I like wearing coats and stuff.
Hoodies.
It's when I look my best. It's where I get to dress my coolest.
Black and orange.
Black and orange.
Black and orange.
But then, I mean, inklings of summer. It's like, okay, maybe I can step outside and not freeze my nuts off. This is at least nice a little bit.
That would be good.
Yeah. So
So tell us about the Robert
motion
Rodriguez.
picture. Yeah.
No, tell us about
tell-
that. I want to hear your origin story. I know it, but I want everybody else out there to know it too.
I will, and then I want to tell this guy's origin story because it's really badass.
Oh, I
Check
wanna
this.
hear that.
This motherfucker is like the James Bond of the movie. That's him. No, that's him. So
kidding?
I was obviously a big fan of Robert Rodriguez. I mean, Desperado, man, Sin City, From Dusk Till Dawn. Good Lord. So he did a whole thing where, you got to submit a script and you got to do what we did with Rebel Without a Crew, with no crew, blah, blah, blah. And we're going to shoot you as a reality show. So what are you going to, yeah, sure. I submitted, but I didn't think I was going to get it. So then you started breaking it down from like, oh, you're in the top 75, 50, 25. It's a whole thing.
like
You
it
gotta
kept going, and you were just
Oh,
like,
yeah.
wait, I'm going up and up and
Mhm.
up. Whoa. Okay.
or down and down.
Okay.
Whatever.
Whatever the process was, you
311.
were going up or down, depending on getting towards the final
Yes.
people who were going to be selected.
Yes.
And then you became selected.
Dude. So my first paid gig was I got to shoot a big soccer commercial in Europe. And I got to go to several cities. So I called Ryan Crow, which is a friend of mine now. And I told him, hey man, I'm super excited. I'm really glad I get to do this, but I just want to let you know that in June, in these 2 weeks, I just can't do those 2 weeks. That's other than then the whole year, whatever.
We're good.
Cherry. He calls me in this 2 weeks
Oh.
while I'm in Italy. And he goes, yeah, 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning. I'm like, hello? And he's just like, yeah, congratulations. You're in the top 10 or something. You got to deliver a script by Monday. And it was like a Thursday. And I go, Ryan, remember I told you that I couldn't do it? And he goes, well, I mean, we can't guarantee your spot if you couldn't do it. So I was shooting a commercial and writing every day and sleeping for 2 hours for a week.
Oh my God.
And that's how I got in. But it was pretty intense.
That process is insane. and getting. I mean, knowing what did you submit in your materials, like when you had submitted for Rebel Without a Crew? Sorry.
Short films. I submitted short films that I did, scripts, breakdowns, like a comic book, stuff of a variety of different budget layers, so they can see how you cope to pre-production and post-production and all that, depending on the budget. So they would ask you questions like, I mean, to me, whatever. What I was saying is some of the questions were like, well, if this lens don't work, would you do the shot? Like, yes, just move the camera back. Like, I'm not trying to sound like a dick, but there were some questions.
Let's go for it.
Just because you're there, zoom in, especially Rodriguez, Kevin Smith. That's like, you're there, grab the camera and zoom in.
You felt equipped because you had already like understood those like kind of indie roots and worlds that you were like, well, this is how we can actually do it for this amount of money. Like I'm
Mexican, homie. We have to stretch it with whatever we got.
We got to stretch this dollar.
So you had to submit a movie by Monday.
A script.
A script. And what was the name of that movie?
Monday.
Now, when
ironic, right? No, I'm thinking
those little signs, man.
Yeah.
Now, when you finally got that opportunity, like, when did it finally dawn on you that you were like, oh my God, not only is this like, oh, I'm going to make essentially my debut feature, they're going to film me while I'm doing it. Cause like, this is something that I gotta have you guys watch. Cause it's a wonderful TV show, but it's intense because it is literally, it's these filmmakers bearing it all to make these movies for $7,000. And it's a lot to do. Like the way that they had organized the show is that you guys had to like cast in like one day. You guys had just a few days of pre-production. Like you only had like X amount of filming days.
Check this out. You know how long we had to location scout? You ready for this? 2 hours.
That's about right.
Here's a booklet, and you have time.
Pick your location.
It was not.
Here's a casting list. That's who you can.
No,
choose
literally.
From. Yeah, no. Casting. This is who you can cast for. Eric Roberts only takes cash, so yes.
And
he's
busy all year.
No, he's just available. No, he'll take $1,000 for what is it? I think it's like $5,000 a day, but you have to give him cash. It's like so much different than his sister Julia.
You got the money. Yeah. All right. Here's the script. Here's the dialogue. Here's all the things.
One of them likes accounts.
Oh my God.
Yeah, there you go.
But it's honestly, which is why I'm so mad that it never got necessarily like the proper season 2, but it was really like one of the coolest programs. I was like, I want more of this because it's the real challenge of like, can people actually do it? And it proves it's fucking hard to do what you got to do. Like,
why do you think most people don't do it? That's why, because it's like, oh shit, this is making my dream come true is really hard. It's tough. And I mean, Kevin puts a happy face on just about everything, but you didn't see like the blood, sweat, and tears going into that. So, I mean, I didn't either because I wasn't around, but I'd heard the stories and I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah. Heard and watched. Like one of my,
and I watched later on. So yeah.
Yeah. I mean, my experience with like learning at least that behind the scenes stuff was the making of Clerks documentary, The Snowball Effect. That I used to literally watch on repeat whenever I was like, I want to make a movie, but I would watch that documentary to know like this is what goes into it. It's fun, but it's hell. Just be prepared for that. So watching that show, watching Rebel Without a Crew was just fascinating to see somebody who had the same mindset and abilities as someone at my level did as well, that I was like, oh my God, like this is the process. I mean, of course it's the extra added level of drama because you're filming everything. And that alone was its own stresses and probably nightmares that
there's several out of focus shots, dude. Like I'm high on cigarettes and
it's just
Red
pure
Bulls.
Adrenaline. But like in those crazy conditions though, you made probably my favorite film out of that bunch, and Monday is an excellent fucking movie.
Thank you, dude.
Like it really is like those are the kind of movies that you really do need to watch because those are the kind of movies that really do inspire low budget filmmakers to be like, I can actually do this, I can try this and make it awesome. Like it doesn't have to be a boring just like movie, like it doesn't have to be like a mumblecore movie or something like that, but like it's showing you that yes, it's possible, it's doable, it's difficult as hell, but it's doable.
It's funny you say that because the first thing I was suggested to do was, okay, well, you got to do a movie in one location. And even for Unexpecteds, they told me, no, do one location and get it right. And I said, no, dude, then I won't stand out. I have to, if them every day on set on the Unexpecteds, I know we haven't spoken about that.
That's why we're getting there.
We're getting there.
But almost in every project, but especially this one, because he was one of the producers, he was one of the money men and money people, and the star, and he conceived the script with me, and he took a big risk because there were times where we just weren't seeing eye to eye on the tone, but you're there and you're going, this is gonna be the last time I do a movie, and I'm always thinking that I'm going to take everything in and have a great time, dude.
Because you never know, like, when it could be over. No, I totally get that. And it was really funny. My buddy, Chris Abalo, shout out to Chris, just literally sent me a video that was, even Tom Hanks was talking about, if you're not afraid on the first day of filming, something's wrong with you. Mm-hmm. Like, there's something very wrong. But once you kind of go past that and you get into the groove, then you get that understanding of like, okay, this is what this movie is. And this is why it's so dope. So then, Rebel Without a Crew ends, Monday's out into the world, and people see what you are capable of as an artist. And then you make some other shorts and stuff like that, which then leads to a short film that you remotely directed that I saw at Smog Castle Film Festival. I think, what was it, year 1 or 2? Was that
year 1?
Year
dude,
1 of Smog Castle.
We knew we had to submit.
And that was where I met you for the first time. When I finally got to be, I literally geeked out. I was just like, oh my God, like what are you doing here? Small world, this is amazing. And then that short is incredible. Is it out yet for public?
Oh, it's on YouTube.
So people can watch it. Let the people know what it's called, where they can find it.
It's The Wrong Guy. And you can go to my YouTube, Alejandro Montoya Marin. I'm sure there'll be a graphic or something.
Yes.
And then if you just Google The Wrong Guy short film, Alejandro Montoya.
We'll put a link in the comments for you.
Yeah. That was an adventure.
So then if we want to get into that after we then talk about The Unexpecteds, because I want to get into that movie. But so there's Monday, then there's that short, and then you get into that film. How does The Unexpecteds come about?
We did Millennium Bugs first.
Millennium Bugs.
That's my second feature. But it's kind of like when you are from such a small town and you idolize people like Kevin Smith and Tarantino and Kel, Lynn Ramsey, and you know what I'm saying, Iñárritu, Cuarón, whatever the hell.
Yeah.
That's what you think. That's the trajectory you should follow. And that's like a big mistake that I took for a while, because I would take it really to heart when my movies didn't achieve what I thought would.
Didn't pop.
No, and the worst one was Robert actually even wrote in a letter of recommendation to Sundance. And I was like, oh my God. I didn't get it.
Wow.
And that's Robert Rodriguez.
They're lost.
Folks.
They're fucking lost.
My whole point being is that I think in time you start realizing that we all want to we want to jump out of the boat and do Clerks. And it doesn't, that's why Kevin's so special. It doesn't happen. Or Tarantino, the Wes Anderson, or what are the big one-hit wonders.
You have to set your expectation of, I made a movie. Like, that's already an accomplishment in of itself. Mm-hmm. If it happens to blow up in that way, mazel tov.
Exactly.
But enjoy the victory of, I made art.
Yeah. You crossed that finish line.
Yeah.
And you hopefully amused yourself along the way. Because I think that's one of the key things. The most, and we've talked about this before. If you can't make yourself laugh while you're doing it, or you can't enjoy the ride while it's going, you're doing something wrong.
We make pretend for a living. We have to have fun with what we're doing.
That's a great point, because I was miserable while I was doing Millennium Bugs, because I discovered panic attacks. I didn't know what that was.
Then ignore them. Pretend you don't know what the hell they are. Trust me, panic attacks suck.
Oh, good Lord.
Oh my God. Yeah,
I didn't know what it was. Like, I told my girlfriend.
Am I having a heart attack?
That's what I told my girlfriend.
Yeah.
I was like, take me to the hospital now. And it was terrible. They were just like, you're under a lot of pressure, homie. Because, damn it, this is getting so serious.
No, but this is what goes into it, man. This is the art.
Pendejo.
That hurt. That hurt me watching.
Yeah, I moved the table and everything.
It's an elbow attack.
See, what was it? The panic attacks, right? So, because since I did Monday and it didn't achieve what I wanted Millennium Bugs to do the thing. And there was this guy from a really big podcast that said, Alejandro, it cannot be done because you can't do reality bites on the 70K budget. And I don't think we achieved it. I think he won, but I got it done though. So, but my whole point being is every movie you do is a step. It's a step you learn and you're making, as long as your projects keep look better to me.
Every project should be a stepping stone. Like that's something that me and my own film crew very much subscribe to, is that if like any short that we did after I did a short called Just Desserts a couple of years ago. Mm-hmm. And our goal ever since then has just been to like, okay, let's make sure that this one is like a step up in some degree, whether or not it's at least the casting, the visuals, maybe, hey, let's work with VFX for the first time, the writing, like it's always a step up.
Crafty.
The day I get to call Mike and be like, hey, Mike, you want to cook us everything on a film set? And then be like, all right, guys, back to work. Like, where is everybody?
Fuck that noise. They're all napping.
What did you do, Mike?
They're all napping. No, you kidding? I filled them up. That's what it is. That's what you do.
I can't wait to make that call though. That's going to be a fun one. But it always should be, because that's how you, like, even with shorts, like shorts should even be that those moments, because I mean shorts can't really explode the way like a feature can, but like you can still put as much time and energy and all those things into it, because it's practice. It allows you to still hone in on your skills in between doing the bigger things. Mm-hmm. So doing those kind of things, it's like, yeah, of course you want to make sure that everything you do after at least the first one gets better and better and better. And I think that from watching Monday to then Millennium Bugs to then the Unexpecteds, it's like, oh, this is cool to watch, because you know that the style and the fun is there, but then you're just like, let's see this grow, and you definitely see it grow. And when you watch the Unexpected, you're just like, yes, that's so awesome. It's like, that's why I was so hyped to see it in the theater, because I was like, that's how it needs to be seen. Yeah. But
definitely.
So you make the short, and then you get to do Unexpected, and
then I met this guy before we made the Unexpected. Introduce yourselves, hombre.
Alejandro de Hoyos. Yeah. Now let me just say something. It's about the growth. I mean, Alejandro and I keep talking about that. When we decided to make this movie, we didn't know what was going to happen with it. But I still decided to take the risk, whether I made my money back or not. But I said, this is going to be a stepping stone. This is going to be a great growth for us. And when I talk to Alejandro now, he's like, oh, dude, I have learned so much just from the Unexpected, things that I didn't know. So you're seeing the trajectory, right?
Yeah.
So the Unexpected is here, and it's decent right now. Imagine the next one.
That's my thing, man. It's like,
it's gonna be exponential.
Coming to a theater near you, to Smart Castle.
Yeah. That's the thing, is right? Like, because it's like, oh, if you think that he had talent with just $7,000, like now imagine give him $30 million.
No, like I give him 30,000. You know, he was able to do that with $30,000. The Unexpected. Can you imagine?
Wow.
No. I'm not that good.
No, that was just for your meals.
See, no, hombre, that was the budget for the soundtrack. It was. We can't say No. But we had a really good soundtrack. Anyway, sorry.
You actually
Eric Roberts for 30 days.
You actually believe that? She's like, really?
Oh, wow. Yeah,
I think that's what the cables cost just to rent them.
Got a Fleetwood Mac song in there. All right, good for you.
That'll be 20% of your budget, please. That's what happened with. That's actually what happened with Tusk. Kevin had wanted a Fleetwood Mac song in that movie, and it literally, I think the entire budget for Tusk was around $5 million. Fleetwood Mac minus $4 million now to make the rest of the movie. It cost them $1 million for that one song, but it works so well in the movie because it hits a point and it drives the story. But damn. Do never underestimate the cost and power of how much it's going to cost to license crazy ass dope songs.
That's right.
Especially sitting in on and seeing those meetings and deals happen. It's insane.
Yeah, Alejandro kept calling me. He said, Alex, Tocayo. We call each other Tocayo. That's,
Like namesake.
Namesake, Alejandro. I got this great music and this great band and it's Plastilina Mosh. And how much? No, he's giving me a break. Instead of $1 million, they're gonna do it for $10,000. I was like, really? From $1 million? Okay, let's do it.
Yeah,
from $1 million to 10,000. Yeah.
I mean, when you also have a name, when you have a name also like the Beastie Boys in your soundtrack, like that's a huge get alone. Because I mean, it's the freaking Beastie Boys.
And that's when
I come in.
And it's when he comes in. Like he has one of the best intros in the film. Like it's pretty baller.
I can't sing the praises of this project enough. Like what was it like reading that first script when he finally recruited you on and you were like, yes?
Yeah, we had met 5 years before the movie through our publicist Jasmine Espada. And we always talked about, the movie, creating a movie, working together. So finally he brought this like October of 22 at the end of the year. And of course, there were some differences, like he was saying. He wanted to do it this way. And I said, yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. But how can I say it? I felt like it was a little silly for my taste.
I'm pretty silly.
No. I like silly too, but we talked about having a little more heart in the movie, which is when we started talking about a father-son relationship. Mm-hmm. So it had more, ground.
Gravitas.
Gravitas. And then he's like, yeah, how about this guy, instead of just hiring you, how about if he's your son, one of the guys is your son? And I'm like, oh, okay, I like that. And then we started talking more. He started building around that. And then we said yes, but there was still a lot of yes, no, yes, budget, this, that. No, I don't have enough.
Listen, it's one thing to say you want to make a movie. It's a whole other thing to make a movie. Because the minute you dedicate yourselves to saying, we're going to make this project, it is now an infinite checklist that just loops upon itself of things that you then need to figure out and go like, okay, let's find the locations. Let's get the cast. Let's get the crew. Oh, that crew member's not available. Let's get another crew member. Oh, that cast member dropped out. Fuck. It just keeps going.
And ticking. You hear a ticking.
And you hear a ticking clock because the first day of shooting gets closer and closer and closer.
And the cash register. Cha-ching.
No.
Every second.
Of course, yes.
Absolutely. I kept saying, let's do it in the summer, so we need time. We need to be more organized. I own different businesses, so I'm a businessman. So, and Alex is so creative. I mean, he's just like, let's do it. It's just going to cost, $100 total. It's like, really? So
no, that's not a bad thing. You can't say it like that. You're making me sound like I'm a goddamn con artist.
No.
Like I'm literally Metal Mike.
No, you're not. I thought you based the character.
I'm Gary. I'm more than anyone Gary.
Yeah.
I'm Matt Walsh's character.
No, the point is, he said, everybody's going to be busy by March. We need to do, this is like October. We're talking October, And he says, we have to shoot this movie February, no later than March, because everybody goes to work for the big productions in
New Mexico, in Albuquerque, we shot the movie.
So basically, it was December, January, and I was still like, should we do it? Should we not? And he's like, yeah, let's do it now. We got to do it now. You know how he gets. He's the greatest.
Let's do it.
Yeah,
we got this.
We'll have it done. And we were able to do it. I mean, he was able to do it, It was amazing.
We did.
Yeah, but it's always about the team. I have a lot of people that work with me, but it's about the team. Otherwise, I couldn't be here today, in New Jersey. I would have to be back in LA working, but I have a team. Same with this. He had the team. I had some of the, we talked about the cast, and we liked the cast, and it was like, pow, 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 very, very fast, very fast. And
in terms of like putting the whole thing together, it just came about like rather quickly.
Yeah, it's now or never.
Yeah. I learned a lesson. You want to hear a funny story that probably I never told you? When we premiered Monday in New York, we sold out in Soho, dude. And it was, we screened in front of a short film of NYU kid that had like 15 times the budget. And we came in and like we just killed, like nuts. And someone was there. The story, remember I told you about the story about the girl? The girl comes over with her man, cowboy looking motherfucker. I love this movie. I want to finance the sequel Tuesday. $100K. You just cut a check right there. It was 2018.
What?
I swear to God. And then
God, that's awesome.
What a ball! What a
but you know what
baller
happened?
move of somebody. But what?
I fucked that up.
Stop payment on the check.
Yeah.
What did you? What,
Well, in a way of trying to show that I'm a professional and that I would never stooped her, whatever. I told her, let's do this right. Let me start opening an LLC. We'll register so we can shoot it in New Mexico. We can get the tax rebate. Once she saw how difficult it got, Cold Feet bailed. And I made it into a comic book and it's on Amazon.
Okay.
Oh my God!
Because I had the whole script ready.
I can't imagine, bro. First off, I'm so sorry that happened, but I like the idea of somebody just coming up to you and being
No.
like, "Here."
I gotta tell you, that's an awesome story.
It is an awesome story.
I mean, as horrible as that is, you're like,
That ending.
oh shit, that the check is like getting torn up in front of you. But what a great fucking story that is.
That was cool.
That's badass. Because and you like pretty much destroyed any hope of their future, which is good because they took away $100,000.
They deserve that.
Yeah, exactly. Take $100,000 away from my buddy Alejandro. Fuck you.
Oh my God! And
I'm not
no.
All right. Not being a dick
You'd be
or
like,
anything.
and I'm pay or play. Sorry.
Exactly. The countersuit. No.
No. At that point, I
Oh,
mean,
I'm
hey,
trying to think.
every experience in film
Have a
is-
year. 1 year left for.
I mean,
Yeah.
listen,
What's it
everything.
called? It's oh god.
The term.
What do they call that when you? Yeah.
Statute
of limitations.
Statute-
Yeah. 1 more year to the statute of limitations.
Then
so.
we could talk about it.
Now just tell me their names and we're on you people. They were like watching. They're like, "Fuck, man! I didn't know we were gonna be. We getting sued now, son of a bitch! Bad enough I got a comic book out there calling me a pussy.
He's got a picture of him.
Exactly.
Exactly. Guy. That's in there. But that did happen.
Oh my God!
So they were.
But hey, man,
that should be
every
Tuesday.
That's
Can
a
I wear a
Tuesday.
cowboy hat on that one? How you doing? I'll be that guy.
You'll be that dude.
Hey,
When we make that movie about how to someone cut a check and that nothing happened, he's gonna be playing that guy.
I'll play his bodyguard.
That's 100.
I won't open my mouth because I'm intimidating until I start talking.
There you go. That's true. And
Be like,
you know what? I'll channel my
How are you?
Jack Nicholson from Mars Attacks. Come on, let's go do this. I'll get them big. I'm gonna cut you a check. And that's gonna be awesome.
casino.
Yeah.
Son, I like the way you make the motion pictures.
Yes.
I'm gonna cut you a check for
That's
$100,000.
it. I want to see
and
the
it
sequel.
was like-
I want to make 4 sequels: Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Saturday.
Exactly. You can't do Friday.
No, Friday's
It's taken.
it's taken. Yeah.
And then Sunday comes along and it's like, well, we won't change it up this time. Make it a little bit. We're gonna shoot in Texas. It's gonna be a little religious. It's gonna be crazy.
And that could be
Stealing,
cool.
stealing a Bible.
God's wandering around with 12 of his crazy friends.
Here you go. We
It's
just
gonna be
pitched you
awesome.
an entire franchise for Monday.
Holy shit.
It's Monday meets like Midsummer in that little town in Texas.
Oh my God.
Cults and shit.
The day that dreaded sundown. Oh, I love it. That's it.
Is that the name of? Wait, did you just come up with the name, or is that a movie?
Came up with it. Well, the
came up
town
with
that
it.
dreaded sundown was the guy who they were all afraid to go to sleep. And yeah, so
That's a badass name. That's why I was like, did you just make that up? Good Lord, Alejandro! I just interrupted you for like 30 minutes.
No. That's all. No, we're just. I'm just.
We're having fun, man. It's
yeah,
all
no,
good.
I'm
We're having a good
Yeah.
time.
I'm just throwing stuff out there for you. And why am I doing my Texas impersonation? I'm gonna stop doing that right now.
No, I want to hear more characters because this guy, you know what he used to do? Was it in the 80s? Yeah, in the 80s. This is the coolest job. So imagine Acapulco in the 80s, drenched in neon and palm trees. And he was literally Roadhouse.
No shit. Did you get to meet Lauren Tweez from Love Boat? Because they used to go to Acapulco,
No.
the Pacific Princess. No, they used to.
You know who I got to meet? Tom Jones.
Love Tom Jones.
Yeah, I
He's
have pictures with him.
Speaking of
Yeah.
Mars Attacks.
I was 18.
Hey,
Yeah.
good
Oh my
catch.
God.
I was
Oh,
18. He was, I don't know. To me,
800.
he was older, but he was like 30.
Yeah.
You know, his 30s. You know, up in chest.
Of
you know, and
course.
all that. Cool guy, very nice. No, I got to meet a lot of celebrities there.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I started working when I was like 16 because I was tall already. So in Mexico, when you're 18, you're an adult. So yeah, started working at those clubs. I met a lot of celebrities. A lot.
Don Ho?
Who's that?
Which
one?
This is something that it's weird, but when I'm showering, stuff pops into my head all the time. So, where is there a Hawaiian guy or a Hawaiian gal, a person who you associate with Hawaii? Because back in the 60s and 70s, whenever you heard Hawaii, you thought Don Ho.
Mm-hmm.
Did you ever watch
I
the
thought,
Brady,
I
Brady
thought
Bunch?
you were talking double meaning.
No,
I was gonna say, yeah, I done some, but
Donahoe. Yeah, there you go. No, that's
I thought you were asking me. I said,
Yeah.
I get confused. I don't know.
That's okay.
It's my English and Spanish, translation.
That's fantastic because I only speak
Yeah.
one language,
Yeah.
and I get that fucked up all the
Exactly.
time. So, I mean, really. So,
See,
yes.
but you're able to transmit the double meaning also.
Oh, well,
Yeah. Even if you don't want to.
yours is better.
Even if you don't
Even
want to.
even if you don't mean it, it's just there
Okay,
for
gotcha.
people to grasp, just like the
Yes, but
$100,000.
You actually look like the world's most interesting man.
Yeah. Do you know it's funny that I did the last commercial that he did? The last series of commercials?
No way.
Yeah. He's
What?
there. We're there together.
I did not know that.
We're at a gallery and we're looking at a painting and saying, what is this? And then he comes in and he just looks at us, grabs the picture, flips it over, turns it around. And he's like,
Perfect.
so the picture was upside down. That's why we couldn't figure it out.
Oh
I
my
was wearing
God.
like a tux and all that.
I think I've seen this, dude, and I
Yeah,
didn't
that
know
was
this.
Me. That was me.
I know
Damn.
him from
Whoa.
a movie. Maybe you guys, Woody Harrelson and Kevin Hart, Man from Toronto. He's the bad guy. He's like the third guy in that
Oh,
movie.
My
He's the
God.
fucking bad guy.
I'm the Venezuelan colonel who has the bomb to the Venezuelan
I haven't
embassy.
seen that since that came out. That's crazy.
That's me.
Oh my God.
What's the name of the show that I like? The skits, the baby, 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 baby,
I Think You Should
baby.
Leave?
I think you should leave. He's in that show.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
He's one of the. Remember the show where he has to pitch to
The
like
Sharks.
people like the Sharks, and he's like, when I was a kid, I started from the mailroom all the way to the business or whatever the fuck. Like he's one of those
It's a show.
guys.
It's a show.
Oh my God.
I love that show. I love that show.
So cool.
And I called him. You're on that show. He goes, yeah.
Just
He didn't
what?
ask-
Because it's work, right?
It's
the thing-
unaffected.
Yeah, no, I really, I know he gets excited
I
with
love
a
that
lot
show.
of celebrities and stuff. For me, it's just people.
It's
we're,
your job.
We're all just people. Yeah, I'm doing my business. I do acting because I enjoy it. Yeah, they pay well sometimes, not always, but I do it because I enjoy it. So if I get to work with Kevin, Kevin Hart or Woody Harrelson or people like that, it's awesome.
Yeah.
It just did Jessica Alba. I played her dad.
Oh, I just,
Yeah, no, I didn't. I didn't do her.
oh,
No,
wow.
no, no.
You're
No, no.
venturing out now.
She's
not related-
Gotcha.
She's not related
Other
to
kind
that.
of movies. I like that.
Not
Good for
related to
you.
that Hawaiian guy. No.
We're like Danny Boyle.
Oh, yeah, just sure.
Yeah.
Why not? That's awesome. And you're
Yeah.
a very handsome man.
Thank you.
And we all know that.
Well,
Right.
Thanks. Again, you can be. I tell my boys because they're all good looking, and I say, look, you can be so good looking, but if you don't have the basic principles, of being courteous, honest, truthful, reliable. I don't care how good looking you are. That means it really means nothing.
Yeah, you're a dick.
You just have an empty vessel. Somebody who's good looking. So what? Now what? You don't know how to make love, and you're good looking. What's the point?
Beauty fades.
Right?
Perfectly said.
Yeah, and dicks get limp. So there you go.
Right. Anyway, I said enough.
No,
Oh
keep
my
going.
God. No, keep
Great.
going. This is
I
awesome.
usually keep going, but that's all right. That's another story.
Jesus.
What? What?
I'm hungry.
So,
All right, he wants to eat.
Oh, not in the right timing. I can't let myself on that one.
how'd you get Matt involved in the Unexpected? How'd that
Oh,
come
man.
about?
I was called by So I met Jesse Garcia, the lead of Flaming Hot, in Austin when we screened Monday at South by. Someone introduced us, and it was very standoffish at first.
Really?
Oh yeah, but I kept drinking, and I became really nice because it's also like you're at South by again. You're like, there's no need to be, and we got along immediately. We texted,
we're
hung
good.
out.
We're the best of friends.
Not that much now, maybe, but.
He's pretty friendly now.
See?
With you.
Yeah, we get along great. He came to the premiere. Like, he was very complimentary about the last music video, shares it. Very supportive.
Do you know how, like, I was watching that movie, Flaming Hot, and I did not know you were in it yet. So when I was watching it, then all of a sudden he just shows up. I'm like, no way! I was
Without glasses. Yeah.
I know that guy!
Without glasses, I was like, oh my God.
Look.
Now you guys know.
So then, so
That
through
Clark
that,
Kent thing works. I'm telling you. Oh my God, Superman.
who's that? It does work. We've proved it on this show. But so then that conversation leads to Matt getting involved. Was that the crux
Matt
of it?
Walsh,
Or
yeah.
Yeah, no, I get in. I did a audition. They did the whole process. Like, they actually asked me to refer actors, and I gave them a bunch of actors because I love directing. I want to act now. Like, I like acting. But at that time, I was like, no, let's. There's plenty of roles for actors. So I just boom, boom, boom. I give it to a bunch of people. 3 months later, he goes, hey, you should audition. Okay. And I did a page. I did 3 steps, 3 different, like, what's the chemistry read, the psych thing again, and then they see me crazy.
what's the psych thing? That I don't know.
You sit down and kind of talk to people for like an hour. They just want to see you're not going to lose your shit.
They just want to make sure you don't go loony in the middle of the production. It's like
Imagine.
we're spending a lot of money by the hour.
Mhm.
Don't go nuts. I don't need. Where did he go?
Yeah.
He drove into the desert to go look for God because he felt like it. You don't
And
need
he
that
dropped a lot
happening in the middle
lot
of it.
acid. So.
Ayahuasca and acid cocktail.
Oh my God.
Jesus.
Awesome.
Now then, so finally all the pieces come together. You guys get to make the movie.
Yeah.
Like, what was that?
Regarding
What's that
Matt,
first
yeah.
week like shooting that film?
That was my hope. I was like that to get there to then I start getting sat next to him in the trailer every day. Every day we start sitting. I know who he is, but I'm like, I'm not gonna bother him. You know, he's gonna do
He's
his
such
thing.
a cool guy.
He
He's
is.
like, like I say, down to earth.
Super.
Another,
He came to play. He's like, all right, I'm here. Let's make a thing.
What's one of the best compliments you can give a man, Mike?
Oh, you mean you're very interesting. You're handsome. Holy crap! I could listen to you for hours.
I think. Well, you have kids, family.
Sure.
When someone goes like, "Hey, man, you have a really nice family."
That's great. Yeah. Once you do that, you're in like Flint because somebody did that to me
Exactly.
one time. It's like gave my kids Christmas presents, and I was pissed off at them, but he gave them Christmas presents. I'm like, all right, I can't stay mad at you.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
that came out from
Yeah.
and he has truly one of the nicest families. Like his kids are
Yeah.
so thankful and not entitled and just cool kids that like want to watch movies and talk music. And it's anyway, great guy.
Did they make any soundtrack recommendations?
no, no,
We should've
but
been like, hey,
we
listen.
bonded about Deftones. I have a Deftones tattoo.
Oh,
Yeah, we
that's
bonded
dope.
about that.
I saw the Batman one. And I was like, that's sick. That was dope.
Right there. So we became friends. Matt and I became friends. We bonded about film. I moved to LA and we started hanging out and we wrote a script and then this opportunity happened and I go, I think Matt trusts me enough because I did a short, I did a little pitch for him and we became friends. Like I got invited to Thanksgiving and I'm nerding out because I'm at Matt Walsh's house and he's probably gonna be like, stop throwing my name out.
Relax. Like, chill out.
But it was my first year in LA, so you guys can't be too shitty.
Yeah, he told me Matt Walsh is gonna be in the movie. You know, like
was
you,
so
you gotta
excited.
do it. Okay, we gotta do it. Matt Walsh was like, "Well, that's awesome. That's great." And
yeah,
Matt Walsh, yeah.
It's because you're just like, okay, we're gonna make a project. He's just like, we're making a movie. Like,
Yeah.
you have to have that energy because it's almost like that energy is sometimes what also sells people on the project. Like you have to be your own project's biggest cheerleader. Like you just have to be, because if you're not, like, who else? No one else is gonna rep it as much as you are. That was a big thing with the project that I was just doing. It was like, it's because I'm very enthusiastic about it. And that's how I got a lot of people involved with it that are still involved when we try and make it again next fall. So you have to be that way. So like, yeah, you're gonna encounter your friends because that's my buddy Ryan. I'll be like, Ryan, we got this and he'll be like, cool, awesome.
We need that balance.
We need
that balance.
You have to have that one guy who's like, you know what? Let's keep it down to earth. But you need who's like, this is because you're selling it. You're selling it to your finance people, number one, and you're selling it to an audience. And, I don't trust people who aren't like, holy shit, I want to win an Oscar. Anyone who doesn't want to win an Oscar, I mean, granted, it's like very, very, and it's also, kissing your own ass. But but if you're not, then why get into it in the first place? Unless you're just doing it to amuse yourself. And if you've got that kind of money to piss away, hang out with me. Yeah, hang out with me.
And you'll amuse yourself.
Yeah,
exactly. It's hard for people to understand it sometimes because sometimes we do come across as like, hey man, like take a chill pill, like bring it down a step. But like, no, it's just because we get the opportunity to be in the midst of it. Like you don't make these things all the time. Like, no. I mean, in a dream world, we have a project lined up every month.
Oh yeah.
I wish, but when I get the opportunity to be like, hey man, we got 2 days, let's go make a thing. That's the best time in the world for me. Like I love who I am when I'm on a film set. Like it makes me happy. Like it's my happy place. I get to work with my people, and with having somebody kind of be in that balancing act of like, I'm the one who's excited. They're the one who's a little bit more down to earth. For every Jim Henson, there has to be a Frank Oz who's going to be like, listen, let's just take a chill pill here. Mm-hmm. We're going to do it. It's going to be dope. But let's talk about the logistics. Okay, fine.
Yeah.
And you just begrudgingly just listen and you're like, okay, maybe he's right about that. I don't need to be that hype because we do have to figure out some stuff.
But you still have to be hype.
But I still have to be hype. Mm-hmm. I'm hype around other people. Behind a closed door, that's when I'm freaking out about the budget and making sure we don't go over it.
That's a good leader.
Yeah, and if you take a look at Frank Oz, you're like, well, that's why he's not excited to wake up in the morning. No offense to him. I mean, he's a fine human being, but still, he's he's got his hand up Miss Piggy's ass. So there you are. Yeah, there's a lot of pressure going on with
this. This is what happens when I bring up the Muppets.
That's a big brand.
So,
yes. Oh my, well.
So then you guys are working on the movie, and then you get to partake in some of the coolest stunts in that flick, and you kicked ass doing it. What was prep like that for?
Yeah, well, like I was saying, we didn't have that much time to prep.
You were like the day before.
No. See, I was a black belt when I was 17, so I was already,
muscle
I used to train.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I still work out, but it's not the same. It's like you say, I used to play basketball in college, and can you play the same way? No. I mean, can you?
I assumed I could.
Maybe
you're kind of counting on that.
Maybe you can. So yeah. So normally I would need 3 to 6 months to be in great shape. But we had like a few weeks. When we finally decided let's do it, and then we were shooting within 3 or 4 weeks.
Jeez.
Even 2 weeks before, we were like, "Are we?" So yeah. So that was my preparation for everything.
That was your prep time
for the character, for the fighting. So I worked out a little bit, and then once we got on set, and he had this amazing team of stuntmen. They're so good.
Shout out to Kyle, to all of them.
Yeah, really, really awesome guys.
Dave.
Yeah, so they wanted to do all the stunts without me. They just wanted me to show my face. But Alejandro told them, no, Alex knows how to fight, And they were like, yeah, right. He's an actor, right? So then they're like, show me what you can do. So, okay, what do you want? Boom, boom. So there's some kicks, some circular kicks, punches. They're like, oh, yeah, you can do
okay,
this.
You can do something.
Yeah.
You knocked out Kyle over there. All right, we got you.
Funny enough, there's a scene, there's a roundhouse kick, turning.
Yeah.
And he wanted me to get closer to him, to that. And I said,
you sure?
I'm not in the best shape. I don't have I can, right now without warming up, I can throw that kick and be very close to your face. But I would not try to get a couple inches away because I don't have that control. 4 inches, yeah, I can calculate. So,
but not that close.
Right. So he kept saying closer, closer. I said, I've knocked out people with that kick, that specific kick. He's like, oh, it's all right. So we finally got it close enough so you can see.
That's the shot.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Anytime somebody
It's in the
gets
movie.
close
It's
to
in the movie,
getting
yeah.
hurt, you
It's in
use
the
the
The one
shot.
in the
Okay.
trailer. It's in the trailer.
It's in the trailer.
Yeah.
Then I've seen it. I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
oh, I mean,
Yeah,
you
it's-
see the blood flying, and you're like, well, all right, cool. That's
Yeah,
close
yeah.
enough.
So yeah,
The one where he screamed.
for the next movie, yeah, we plan. I'm already working out for the next movie. You know, to be able to.
Hitting the reps. It's gonna be a good time.
Yeah.
Freaking but with the limited prep time that you had on this, do you think that it also kind of helped bring out ideas that maybe you wouldn't typically consider for this, depending on like the material, or was it just kind of like, I got this?
Great question.
You know, it's I have done improv. It's like you do improv, they throw you in there, and then you just see what. It's not that you. I don't want to sound like, oh yeah, you just improvise. No, you have had preparation all your life. You've been. I started acting in my 30s. It was a little late in my life, but I have taken plenty of classes, preparation. So all that is there. The muscle memory, you know. So you need to allow yourself to let it come out. And yes, you're not gonna be in the same shape as you were when you were doing it.
Damn
yeah,
it.
yeah. So I'm sorry.
Just crush your hoop
Your
dreams.
basketball game is not gonna be the same, you know. So yeah,
Only slightly crushing dreams here. It's all good.
Yeah, we're good.
We'll
Yeah.
be okay.
you know what happens when I was doing Men from Toronto. It was in the middle of COVID, and I was quarantined for like 2 weeks, and so they said, don't touch anybody, you know, on set.
Stay away.
Stay away from everybody. I get on set, and Kevin is like, hey, you know, Alejandro. He comes and gives me a hug, you know, like very friendly. Yeah, it's great to have you here. We needed a bad guy and this and that. And then Woody Harrelson comes from behind. He's like, it's a pleasure to meet you, sir. Very polite, very nice, and all that stuff. And it felt good. I felt at home.
Yeah.
But then you're waiting for your scene because, okay, so everybody's getting ready. And you have 50, 100 people around you because it's an action sequence. There are going to be explosions. There are going to be bullets, guns, people running, falling, coming through the windows. And you have to focus and just
Make sure you hit
be
your marks.
in a Zen, you know, mode, if you want to call it. So, and I'm saying this because of what you're saying. How do you prepare? You just have to allow yourself to relax and know that whatever you do is gonna
It's
come
gonna
out
be
because you're already prepared. You already worked on your lines. You already worked on your scene, you know, and then relax and then you do the scene. But you have to be very relaxed. It's like when you're fighting. If I'm like this and I go like this, it's very stiff. So you have to be very loose, and that's when you, not before. It's
So you're relinquishing control to get control.
exactly, that's a good one. It's kind of like when you're married. Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
yeah,
Just,
exactly. Yeah,
honey,
But you never-
here's my wallet.
but you never relinquish control. Yeah, so that's. I don't know if that answers your question, but
Was there any? No, it very much does. And then I think a follow up would then be like, were there any days where that, and not even in a negative way, but was there any days where it was like, all right, toss all that out the window, let's figure this out, like
Oh,
you-
there. See,
yeah,
It's a
you know,
yes.
I don't care how much you want to believe in yourself and you know, feel like, yeah, I got it. This is what that's what I say to Michelle. This is what you do, Alex. When I'm nervous, this is what you do. Just do what you do. But there are many occasions when you say, I could have done it better. That's gonna happen always. I could have done it better. I hope Alex liked the scene. I hope it looks good. You always try to do it better. And then you have to let it go. You have to let it go because there's nothing you can do about it. We already moved on. We did a couple of takes, and that's all the time we have. And with Ian, they'll fix it. If there's something that they'll fix it.
you
Yeah.
said the thing. You can't say the thing being you fix it in post. No,
Sit in post, yeah.
No, but
Always
they
do.
do a lot of the takes. They look amazing once he tweaked them. He
That's
cut a little
magic.
more. You know, it really is amazing. It's a good scene. I'm not talking about one of my scenes or any of the scenes. They're good, but once he starts playing with it, then he says, "I'm gonna cut another second here," and I'm like, "Wow!" It's just
No, it's remarkable. That's the editing is editing is one of my favorite aspects of filmmaking because you make movies 3 times. You write it, you shoot it, and then you edit it, and it's literally 3 different movies. And a lot of what you come to love about things can literally be decided by like frames of timing. Like even Kevin is known for that. Like he cuts his own movies, and he'll talk about like I just shaved like a minute off of Clerks 3. Like I just cut frames here and there. And I'm like, oh, you know what? That makes sense for pacing. Cause I've like, even in my own editing experiences, it's like, oh my God, like it does wonders. Like it's crazy when you see the back and forth. Cause sometimes it'll make all the difference in the world. But like it can also make or break a scene, and sometimes some people see that as like intimidating. But like, no, this is the magic puzzle that you're now solving, and when it's all come together, you then see this kick-ass movie.
Yeah, Alex, do you want to talk about the scene you had to cut that you really liked, but you had to cut
that's a great idea.
Yeah.
Ming was in the movie. Ming Chen was in our movie.
So
And-
funny.
He was great, and it was our first day. That's why. Because I wanted to do like my homage. So the way he gets introduced is like Darkman.
Okay.
Like he comes in and there's like 10 guys in a chop shop, just you have the shit. It's, creating suspense. And then right before they're like, yeah, everything's good. And then right before, that's when the son calls. And he actually stops there. He's like, shut the fuck up. I guess. So he picks up the phone, and then the son's like, all right, bye-bye. And then they hang up. And then he's still trying to like not look like a loser in front of all these drug lords, which Ming was. So he's like, okay, yeah, okay, bye. But it didn't come out right. Like there was some stuff that didn't come out right, and
It's the first day. You're figuring stuff out. You're figuring out
And
energies.
it's the action because
Will we see it on the Blu-ray?
Oh, if we do that, oh hell yeah!
Yeah.
There's like 3
That's
scenes
right.
that we can put.
Alejandro wanted to do all the action scenes the first 3 days because just in case I got hurt or whatever, it's just we got him out of the way.
We're riddled with energy at the beginning of production. Let's go. Boom.
Boom, boom, boom. Let's get
Hey,
started.
if we got time while you're here, let's record those commentary tracks ahead of time.
Oh, dude. I would fly for that guy. For real.
I'm not even. You know what? Let's make that happen. I would love to do that for you. I helped.
Ooh,
Yeah, that would be fun.
I would so be down.
Oh my god, that'd be so dope. But I can't recommend people see this movie enough. It is so fun. It is so energetic. It's a great time. Let the people know where it's playing in the Smod Castle Film Festival.
Guys, it's going to be playing at Smart Castle Friday, October 25th at 6 p.m. There's going to be 2 short films before. One of them is our friend Micah. Great guy. He produced it. His girlfriend is the director. But we actually met here at Smart Castle first year, and we went to the Quick Stop.
Now, that was your first time there ever?
Ever.
How did that feel? Because like you had been watching these movies forever.
Well, Kevin Smith can sue me, but I had a video store. So check this out. Before we were going to leave, right now, here I am chatting.
No,
it up again.
this is
This is the place.
stories.
Is there beer? Can we have a beer? Dude? Can we order some drinks or like a water? Can we get a water? Can we order water?
Yeah,
No.
I can get you water.
No.
Not a problem.
Check out this story. Check it. What was it? What was the story?
Quick stop.
Quick stop,
Video.
Kevin. Video
Video
store. You ran a video store.
I studied marketing in Monterrey in Mexico, and it's fucking sucks when you do having to learn something that you hate and that you don't have. So I quit school and I opened a video store in front of the university. It was called Quick Stop Video. And I had like indie alternative cinema. And then 3 months in, 4 months in, like first off, we had to pay the whole rent, but then 75%, then half, then it was paying itself, and across the hall, there was a Go Study in Canada. And
Okay.
I went in, I'm like, do they have cool schools in Canada? And they go, yeah, we have one called Vancouver Film School. And I go, get the fuck, okay. And I submitted a comic book of the Justice League movie.
Very
pretty cool. Thank you. It was cool. It was fun. I don't know where it is. I must have lost it. I lost it, of course. Not must have. I lost it. And then we went to Vancouver. I sold all my movies, kind of like what he did, and selling all your comic books. And we sold all our movies. And then I went to study film
at the Vancouver Film School where Kevin went.
Yeah.
Did you
Scott
know
Mosier.
Kevin and Scott Mosier and Dave Klein
Yeah.
That whole
crowd.
Yeah. I'm trying to think if there was anybody else, but no, that's incredible.
That was a fun one.
That's so fucking dope. Don't you got to tell him that though. Do you have any like pictures of it still? Like any like
I gotta track them. I'm sure I could find a couple. Like I gotta find one. I'll find one.
Would love that.
I'll find one.
You got to tell him that. Like that's gonna be so cool. That's gonna be so.
I have friends. I don't know if they're there, but if they've commented. But I swear, I have many friends in Monterrey, Mexico. We got drunk at that video store, blasting Interpol and just. Yeah, I was just. We thought we were in a Kevin Smith movie.
It's your own private film club. Damn it! It's like
I thought you were going to say you're on Private Idaho. I'm like, no, don't.
No,
go
not that way.
Thank you very much.
No, wasn't going that way with it.
Boy.
But be sure to go get tickets for the Unexpecteds, guys. It's a great time. If we're gonna head out here, thank you guys so much for coming in
so much.
and allowing
Thank
me
you.
to geek out about how much I very much appreciate your work, man.
Oh my God, yeah. And
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Let me
guys.
just say something real quick.
Go for it.
I'm so inspired by the fact that I see the honesty in what you guys feel towards the movie, and that inspires me to continue doing movies with, with this guy next to me.
I don't blame you.
Yeah.
Do we get to be in the next one?
Yeah.
Hey, all you have to do is ask. That's all.
We're in.
Actually, you don't need to ask anymore. You just did.
Yeah, we're homies.
Now it's video proof. It's like, hey, you said.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But you guys know
7 years statute of limitations from this day.
Yeah. Do you have the actor that's gonna play dead? That's just there,
There he is.
Here's my audition.
All three of us. I can do it.
Yeah, this murdering motherfucker just killed these 3 people. Oh my God, it's crazy.
All right.
But before we go, here is the trailer for The Unexpecteds, and then we will close out the show. Take care, everybody. Have a great evening. We will see you on the next one.
We are live in 5,
The World Wide Web.
4,
A digital Wild West
3.
for scammers and Bitcoin peddlers.
Today is the greatest and most important day of your life.
Today's the day you meet me.
Mexico.
When I was a kid, I survived on bologna sandwiches and duct tape sneakers.
You're poor for a reason. It's your choice.
I'm helping so many people make millions!
Influencers promising quick wealth, squeezing hard-earned dollars out of desperate dreamers.
Thank you guys for trusting me, because I can truly see how bright the light shines on this very special group.
Here.
I'm sorry. We lost it all.
Gary, what the hell was that?
Did our money just vanish into thin air?
I am going to fucking die.
One day you're on top of the world, and then life gives you a good old-fashioned ass-kicking.
We're here because of you, Gary.
Sign the papers.
Maybe you should audition for OnlyFans.
I'm trying to get my life together, okay?
I might have another way to get us our money back.
No one gets in between me and my money.
So, when do we begin?
We've already begun.
What are you up to?
I'm just trying to do everything I can to get my family back.
Hey kids, we're live at the secret stash with Mike, Julia, and Christian. It's a hella bash. Tune in and check out the podcast. We got the nerd button on repeat and we're gonna smash. Come on in, I assure you that we're open. Shoe polish on our signs cause our locks are always broken. You need that view askew? You know we got you, dude.